Welcome back to the Leicester City Women's Wrap-Up Show. It's been a hot minute, but we're back again. James is with me as always. James, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
I'm great, thank you, because we got a special guest. Every episode we got a special guest, but I'm excited about this one. I'm excited about all of them. But we've got Sophie Howard joining us. Sophie, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. I was just chatting to James. Had a nice chilled day off today, so can't get much better.
Nice little day off. And you told us that you took CJ out for coffee today. How's that?
Yeah, it was great. CJ and I went in for recovery this morning, and then we just went for a coffee and took Esme with us. So the foreigners went for a little coffee, just a little catch up, making CJ feel welcomed, and I think she's doing well. So yeah, all good.
Have to ask, what's your go-to coffee order then?
Flat white without milk. Definitely. Well, actually, do you know what? That used to always be my go-to, but right now it's just a black coffee. And people actually look at me really weirdly when I say that. But yeah, like you just reacted, yeah. No, just black.
Just black. So what's
because then you can actually taste the quality of the coffee.
Okay.
Because I'm a little bit of a coffee snob, and I would actually admit that. But nothing beats a good coffee.
So you don't like adding stuff to it? You got to leave it.
Yeah, just leave it, because otherwise it's not a coffee anymore. Like you can't mix too much stuff in there.
Fair enough.
What's your go-to place for coffee?
Oh, there's a few in Leicester actually. I like the Northern Cobbler. They should sign me up because I'm promoting them right now. Like they should give me a free coffee. But Northern Cobbler is great. Where else do we go? We always have this debate, yeah. We go to Jenno's as a team often, and Jenno's is right near the training ground. It's like a really nice coffee shop. The vibes are really good. You can go for longer walks. But unfortunately, I'm not a fan of the coffee. But the vibes at Jenno's are good. Coffee, average. Chat is always good though. Or 96 coffee degrees. And they're dog friendly. So yeah, probably between Northern Cobbler and 96.
That's perfect. Yeah. You have a dog?
No, but we take Baxter out. Some of the girls have dogs as well, don't they?
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. I saw Kirsty posted a video brushing her dog the other day, and it did not look happy.
Honestly, Kirsty's dog is the meanest dog I've ever seen. She looks so innocent, but actually she's evil. And I would actually say that to Kirsty's face. Her dog is evil.
Oh no. Yeah, you don't want to go for coffee with her dog then, I guess.
I mean, we can go for coffee, but I don't think Kirsty likes coffee anyways. And she has to take Nala. I'm not holding Nala, no chance.
Yeah, fair enough. It sounds like Baxter's become like the team pet. It's like your little mascot.
Yeah, definitely. I think at the beginning everyone was hesitant, but now people fight to take him out for a walk. But yeah, definitely a team dog. It's like, in other teams, people have like, or some players have like kids, or even like the staff bring their children in, but we have Baxter because we're quite a young team, aren't we? But Baxter's like our child.
I don't think I trust people that don't like coffee. There's something wrong with them.
That's a great statement. I'm with you there, James. There's something wrong with them.
I don't like coffee, so
you might want to exit, Hannah.
I might start to leave right now.
I'm going to chat now.
Something wrong with me. I guess I gotta go. I'm more of a tea person. I like tea.
A tea, but like an English breakfast tea, or like a mint tea, peppermint or something.
I like peppermint. But I'm scared telling like people in England this, because I feel like I could be torn apart because of how I take.
No, you're safe with me, because obviously I grew up in Germany, and English breakfast tea is not a thing in Germany. Mm. So I'm with you. I understand you. Like, I won't judge you on that.
You said something was wrong with me to switching to, I won't judge you at all for your tea. So it's perfect.
It was funny because I remember at my old club in Germany, we had people over from the UK and they asked for tea, but obviously the people in Germany didn't know what that meant. So they offered them like mint tea and like fruit tea. So they just looked at them like, what is this? Like, people like from outside the UK don't get it. I mean, they look at you weirdly when you pour milk in your tea, but I don't know.
I gotta be careful. I need like a whole guide for when I go there on things not to do that are like acceptable here, because I'm scared now.
Things not to do in the UK?
Well, I definitely put milk in my tea, but apparently you can't do that there now.
Well, no, you can do it in UK.
Oh, you can. I thought you said you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
Okay,
No,
okay.
like when I was living in Germany and like people would not understand, the German people would not understand English people
Ah,
drink milk in their tea.
okay. Now it
Does
makes
that
more
make
sense.
sense?
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. I'll put milk in my tea.
But you drink peppermint tea, how does that work?
Oh, you put milk in it.
In peppermint tea,
2 cream, 1 sugar.
you're out. That's 2 strikes for you.
All right, James, you can take over. It's really great meeting you, Sophie.
Have a good night.
No, that's how you're gonna take it.
You couldn't just leave it there. I like mint tea, could you? You had to go and tell
The milk story.
Sophie set me up.
I had you back there with the peppermint tea, but not with the milk in the peppermint tea.
Have you had it?
No, actually, it just doesn't go well. Like in my head, it just doesn't. No.
You gotta try it. Don't knock it till you try it.
I'm gonna try it tonight. And if I'm sick tomorrow, I'm gonna blame you.
You
can give Lydia a phone call and say, sorry, I thought I took milk in a peppermint tea.
Okay, you have to try it and you have to tell me how it is. You won't be sick.
Okay, I will try it. If it's minging, I'll tell you it's minging. I'll tweet about it.
I mean, that's perfect. I mean, the first time we had Ash on, I convinced her to try Tim Hortons, and now I've convinced you to try peppermint tea. So
there we go.
That's for me.
What was her reaction though?
She liked it. She said it was really sweet though.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that's just kind of a way of saying I didn't like it. I liked it.
Like the place, but not the drink itself. She had to say she liked the place though, because it's like staple Canada. So if she didn't like the place, that'd be like offensive for me. So she's playing it safe.
Yeah. Good answer, Ash. Proud of you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought James was hopping in there. I lost connection for a second.
No, I was going to say we've done coffee. What's next on the list?
We've done coffee. We've done tea.
We spent 7 minutes on arguing about coffee and tea. I love
it.
It.
Matter. People love this chatting about peppermint tea and milk.
We're gonna have to start a show just for that, like a review show for like different teas and stuff.
Oh, do you know you should do like, do you know how people do like what's the best biscuit?
Yeah.
Like what's the best, I don't know, it's like tea combo, or like you can't obviously copy the biscuit one. That's boring.
That's true. But what combos would we make with tea that isn't a biscuit?
No, like that's not what I meant.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about like the weirdest combo of like peppermint tea and like milk. Surely there's like people that, I don't know, but apple juice and something. Do you know what I mean? Like really bizarre combinations that people actually enjoy.
Apple juice and almond milk.
Who drinks that? Do you actually drink that, James?
No.
Exactly. Like that's a combination people are probably out there like, oh yeah, that's good, but no.
Do you have like a food combo that shouldn't be together but you love, like a guilty pleasure?
No, I don't think so. I could eat sweet chili sauce with anything, like sweet chili dip, but I could eat that with anything.
I mean, that's fair though. That can like work with so much stuff.
Yeah, so that's not really strange.
James, do you have any?
Now, I was going to ask Sophie, being Scottish, have you tried fried Mars bar?
No, that just makes me feel sick. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I've heard it's meant to be great, but nah, I don't think that's for me. But then again, I haven't tried it, so it might be amazing. It's the same as the peppermint tea in the milk. I'll give it a try, but have you tried it, James?
Yeah, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Okay, so I don't need to try it then.
Just avoid it. I love peanut butter on pickles.
What?
Yeah, trust me.
No, I mean, usually there's a debate pro pickle or against pickle, but peanut butter and pickle, no, that's hurting my brain.
Oh no, I don't know. I feel like I'm just exposing myself on the show.
I want to know though, how do you think, ooh, I'm going to try a pickle and dip it in peanut butter?
I saw a video of it. In my defense, I saw a video of it.
Oh.
Or you know what else?
You post a video about dipping their pickle in peanut butter.
It's my guilty pleasure now. I mean, I don't have it on a regular basis, but
Really?
yeah, like you make a peanut butter sandwich, you toss pickle in there.
Oh no. I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't think you'll get me to try that.
You're probably like, oh my god, Hannah has some problems.
Strike number 3, she's out.
Exactly.
I think I can add a strike 4 into this as well.
Oh,
Hannah has never seen a Harry Potter film.
Oh.
You've been living under a rock, you have.
What's that?
I said, you've been living under a rock, you have.
Yeah, I have.
A rock
So,
with-
like,
rock
you're not
with just
interested in
peanut
them,
butter
or you just haven't.
I haven't had like the time or the interest. Like I haven't seen Lord of the Rings, I haven't seen Star Wars, I haven't seen Harry Potter, like none of them.
See,
I
I
just- I
haven't
don't
seen
like
the other
movies.
two, but Harry Potter, I have, and I've read all the books. Are you a big reader or not really?
I used to be, and I tried to read the Harry Potter series, but I just ended up like falling out of it.
Okay. Because that got me hooked to books. So I used to watch the films every now and then when they came in the cinema, but I never actually was kind of committed. But when I started reading the books,
I can just imagine Hannah living under this big rock with a big jar of pickles.
oh yeah, them pickles. I'm not gonna get that out of my head now.
One day you're gonna end up coming across it in a restaurant, and you're gonna be like, Hannah,
She knew.
you know.
Or you'll get arrested for eating that.
Might actually.
That's
But
probably the bizarrest combination I've ever heard.
there's some weird ones out there, so
And that probably tops it.
it might. It might. But I love how we did like the fun questions at the start. We flipped
Yeah,
it around.
people going.
Exactly. We're gonna start so much controversy. There's gonna be so much debate around this stuff. I'm gonna put like a poll out on Twitter now. Like, is peanut butter with pickle acceptable? Yes or no?
I know what the answer's going to be. I'm telling you right now.
You know what? I'm so tempted now because I just want the possibility of people to be on my side, just to be like, I told you so.
Is that like a thing in Canada, or is that just a Hannah thing?
I'm not gonna answer that question.
So how are you hoping to win this poll?
I don't know. Maybe there are people like me out there. I feel like it's an American thing. Like I feel like Americans love it, and I have a lot of American followers. So
I'm going to put the poll out tonight on the supporters club and see what response we get.
yeah,
Yeah, put something out on Twitter. Let's see what happens.
yeah, I'll get on that right after this because
Yeah.
now I'm like I feel like I have to defend myself. So just a whole bunch of polls. Do you put milk in your peppermint tea? Do you put peanut butter on your pickles?
I feel like this is not going to go well for you, Anna. I'm really sorry. I mean, I wish I could say like I'm supporting you there, but
It's fine. I'll be okay. I'll get over it.
We'll see what she's going to win all of them. Be like, yeah, fully acceptable.
It should be a forfeit in training, that, Soph.
A forfeit for me?
No, for someone.
No.
One of the girls, whoever does badly in training or loses something, should have to eat pickles and peanut butter.
Oh, I'll put that forward. I mean, I don't know what the reaction will be, but do you not say like? Do you not think that? Say that again.
So suddenly everyone's gonna have a peanut allergy and can't do it.
Yeah, I think Cass actually has a nut allergy, so we have to be careful there.
Oh. There you go.
Yeah, probably not a great idea.
Well, I guess we could hop into the season now so that I can save myself from any further abuse for my preferences. So how have you been finding the season so far with Leicester? Obviously, the first season of WSL is huge. You won promotion last season, and you're out here scoring goals like no tomorrow. So how's that going?
I think the season this year has been a little bit of a roller coaster. We knew it was going to be hard. We were fully aware of that. And I think it just didn't go off to a start that we imagined and wanted. We struggled to get points on the board, and we just weren't good enough at either end of the pitch. We weren't scoring, we were conceding too many, and that kind of resulted in not having any points on the board. towards, I say, just before Christmas, we were picking up performances, but we still weren't picking up any points, and that was probably the most frustrating time, the most frustrating phase, because we were actually putting in good performances. And I think the biggest game for us was then when we beat Birmingham. And as much as we'd put in good performances before that, we were still on 0 points, bottom of the table. And we knew how important that game was. And from there onwards, we've just built this momentum. And we haven't won every game since then. That's not what I'm saying, but we've put in decent performances to give us a chance of winning every game. And I think it's exciting to see how far we've come and how much we've grown from start of the season throughout poor performances, no points, good performances, no points, to now winning and collecting points. And it's exciting to see how far we can actually go.
Absolutely. And we've seen a shift since Lydia came in as well. And how has it been since her appointment?
Yeah, I think I've only got positive things to say about the new staff coming in. Obviously, Lydia came in with Brent, and it's not like they came in and changed everything drastically. I think they tweaked things here and there. What's remained and was always there within the group is the belief. It was just not that it was hard to continue believing, but it's always difficult if no results come. And since we had one against Birmingham, this belief just got strengthened, and we could just build on something. There was this foundation, and the foundation with 3 points. But I think since Lydia's come in, we've managed to build on performances, build momentum, and I think it's a very enjoyable environment to work in and to grow in. I hope that's not too big of a statement, but I think everyone is enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I think it seems that way. I spoke to Freya's dad on Saturday. He was saying how much he enjoys it here, and I think that's what we hear a lot, is how that team unit is now together again. So I think it's been interesting since Lydia came in. There seems to be that passion that you had last season's back, playing for each other. And it's just gone from strength to strength. So what was it like when you finally got the first 3 points?
Oh, I don't really want to say it was a relief, but it was in a certain way. We tried to play down the game or the importance of the game, but we obviously knew it was a massive, massive game. And when we scored at King Power and then we managed to actually win the game, it was an amazing feeling. And I think what made it more special, it was a great team performance. There were a lot of good individual performances, but as a team, as a squad, any player that didn't start and come in, we were in it together and we all had a great game together. You could argue, was it bad that we then broke off for Christmas? Maybe, because we had just won and we could build on that momentum, but at the same time, it was such a battle and to get to the game. And as much as we played it down, the hype was massive, and I think it was such a strain mentally in a positive way that everyone did need a break. So kind of the break came at a good time. But to get back to your question, was an amazing feeling, and I think that was the first moment like, we're in this, like we're not going down, and we still haven't secured anything. We're fully aware of that, but as I mentioned just now, the belief is so strong that I keep telling myself, I'm not going down. We're not going down. There's no chance, because we'll do anything to stay in the WSL.
I think as fans, we've got the same belief. Nobody thinks we're going down, and I think the performances have shown that. We've gone from strength to strength. We're now starting to pull away from Birmingham, which gives us a little bit of a cushion. With regards to the fans, so what's it been like being at the King Power, playing in front of the fans? Because obviously last season there were no fans around, and also away, we've started to try and do a bit of work with our own fans, try and make it a bit more of an atmosphere when we go away.
For me personally, this was the first season with Leicester fans, because you mentioned yourself, and obviously through COVID we couldn't have fans last year. So I very much remember the first game at King Power at home when we had the crowd there. It was an amazing feeling, and I think we have to appreciate, and I don't want people to think that we don't actually realise that through the phase where we weren't picking up points, the fans were still behind us, and that was crucial. And that is I wouldn't say the only reason, but a big reason why we got through that phase, and we kept believing, because the fans were believing in us. So we had no choice but to believe in ourselves, and they stuck with us through that whole phase. And it's kind of nice that we can give that reward back. We can give you something in terms of points now. And as you said, even away games now, we hear you, and we hear the chants you come up with, and we have that support, and we know you are behind us. And as a team, we're fully aware of that, and we want every fan to know that we can hear you. We might not react to it on the pitch because we're in the moment, but we can definitely hear you.
Yeah, we have seen some of you react.
Yeah, a little smile, a little wave. Just don't tell Lydia because she'll think we're not in the game.
I won't say anything.
That's awesome though, because I even hear you guys, like James, I hear the fans like on the stream and stuff, and I'm like, that's awesome. So props to you guys for that.
Yeah, and good chance as well.
Yeah, there's some good ones. I came up with some at the start of the season, and James and Joe were like, no. You lost your job.
That's strike 5.
Yeah, exactly that. So I don't know. Apparently they weren't too popular. So I think the one I came up with for Molly was a success though.
Which one was that?
James, back me up here. I know you love it.
Molly Pike to the theme of Baby Shark.
Oh yeah. I've heard that one. That's a good one. I'll take away a strike for that.
Thank you. So like you said, you've been getting points and you've been playing at the King Power, but now we're seeing you guys getting like back-to-back results at home compared to the start of the season. Like you said, it was a bit slow. You're kind of struggling a bit there, but now you're getting these back-to-back results, and you guys are on a better streak right now than Arsenal and Chelsea. And I keep saying that, but that's impressive.
It is impressive, especially considering where we've come from in terms of losing every game. But I think we don't get carried away. We focus on every game and take each game as it comes. And I think that's why it's been going so well. You know, for us, there's never going to be an easy game. But we're excited to play every team, because for us, every team, every game is a challenge. And we keep growing from these challenges. The game against Spurs, I know it was a cup game, but if you take the league game against Spurs at King Power, completely different game. And when you hear other managers or other teams talk about how much Leicester has developed, I think it's then obvious that other people are noticing it as well.
And I'm blanking right now. Oh, you're talking about challenges and facing every team in the WSL. March and April, we see that you guys have like Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, all of them back to back. Do you guys look at that and just kind of see it as this is a challenge and we're ready to take it on?
It's a challenge, yes, but I think it's an opportunity as well. You're playing against the best players, some of the best players I'd say in the world, and you're playing against teams that have been up there for many, many years. And as little new Leicester, we are going into the game. We want to win the game. We don't just park the bus and hope for the best. And I think it's an opportunity to compete against the best players, to compete as a team against one of the best teams or many good teams. And that's back to back. So you've got Chelsea and Arsenal, and then I think international break, but we've got 2 of the top teams 2 consecutive weeks. So for us, it's going to be about how can we go into the game, kind of outgrow ourselves, take the challenge on, grow from it, and then take that into the next game and just take that next step again. So I think it's exciting. It's going to be a tough game. Both teams all games are going to be tough, but I think it's exciting.
Absolutely. And I think that's what makes you guys so entertaining and like fun to watch too, is because like you said, like you don't just park the bus against sides like this. Like you push, and we see that all the time. Like, you know, you guys are pushing for goals, and somehow you get up there too, and then you're scoring goals against each side. So it's really entertaining to watch, because we do know with some scenarios, like some clubs might just park the bus, but you guys don't, which is love it.
I just think like it's the way we want to play. Not only the players we have, but also the characters we have. Like we're full of people, we're full of characters that that don't shy away, you know. And I think that's why we play the way we do.
Mm-hmm.
I think even Chelsea, I'm not going to go on a referee rant, I promise. But even Chelsea on Saturday, for the first 20 minutes, we were on top. And I've seen that quite a lot with the big teams. We don't shy away. We don't park the bus. We just go and play a game, our own game. And I think it's credit to you girls, because you can see from the Chelseas, the Arsenals, and Man Cities, they start to back off. They kind of fear us a little bit because they're not used to teams doing that to them.
Yeah.
And I think it's credit to you girls playing the way you do.
Yeah, I think it's quite obvious, as you mentioned, that we don't sit in, and often teams don't press hard or don't go for the win. And I just think that them teams therefore aren't challenged. So why don't we put the challenge on them? I know we've got the challenge anyways going into the game, but why don't we put that challenge on players that are not challenged every week? Because our advantage is that we get challenged every week. And that's why we can deal with it so well, if that makes sense. But I think potentially bigger teams aren't challenged every week. So why don't we put that on then?
I love that. That's like, you gotta like print that somewhere. That could become like a
Reach.
Yeah, exactly. Like that could be like a daily motivational quote even.
Yeah, I'll think about that.
No, that's genuinely like, that's just such a good mentality to have, because you know, you could see like not getting results and just deciding, you know what, we're going to be facing Man City next week. It's Man City, you know, like you could go into the game like that, but you guys don't. And that's, it's just so cool hearing about this, because I never looked at it from that perspective. So that's really awesome.
Yeah, I think a big thing within the squad is that we don't have any fear. We go for it. And then if it goes wrong, we have one another's back, because at times it will go wrong. Not saying like the game will go massively wrong, but at times we'll get the press wrong. But we know, for example, I know if I go, I know Alec Manners has my back, say. So as a whole squad, and that's not players that get more minutes or anything, that's as a whole squad, we have one another's backs. Because you know how it is, like people can get injured like that, and we then need the whole squad. And that's also something that we've developed over the last couple of months, that everyone is important and we need everyone. Everyone will play a different role in the team, no doubt, but everyone is valued and everyone is crucial to what we're trying to build.
Yeah, and we even see it with like your team building stuff that you guys do. What is it, every Wednesday? You guys look like you're making pancakes the other day. Before I ask this question, I need to know, did Lashante's ever come down, or is it still on the roof?
No, well, it wouldn't have come down, but I think it was Tash who went and was like, nah, this is not okay, and just got it down. Yeah, that's something that Lydia came in and implemented, like a social hour, I think, or social afternoon. So every Wednesday we have come up with something else and we have a little social hour. But even on away trips, so the night before the game, it's not like everyone just goes to the room and sits by themselves, or stays in a little group, because you always have the tendency to stick with people that you spend more time with. But every evening of an away trip, we have like, is it called team bonding? It's just more little games that we play together. It's also just taking away like the pressure of the game, the pressure of performance, and just being you as a person with like the people you spend every day with.
And it creates like that togetherness as well, and we can see it reflects on the pitch as well. So it's not only has it been like entertaining to see the content that comes out of it, but also like it's just really great to see you guys connecting so well together, and it flows so perfectly on the pitch as well.
Yeah, I think that's something that is, you just said, visible, that it gets carried onto the pitch, and it's just something that obviously occurs naturally. If you're tight off the pitch, that will help you on the pitch.
I think my favourite's been the golf one so far. We had Lydia on that day, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
She was telling us how poor some of them were.
She can speak. Jesus. I think I've got some videos if you want them.
Yeah.
I mean, anything of Lydia.
Put my hands up. I was rubbish, but I never claimed to be good either.
No, she told us to go look on Instagram and judge for ourselves to see who we think is bad. She refused.
I think she put loads up, to be fair. I think she put almost every play up. He was really good. Obviously, Esther Morgan was really good. She's not there anymore, but he was really good. Oh, Sophie Howard was amazing, but she's a big golf fan, so she was really, really good. Yeah, I think a few girls woke up with a sore back, not gonna lie. So the physios had a lot to do the next morning.
James, who did you think it was that? Because we watched them afterwards. Who was it? Molly that was struggling.
I don't even know if Molly hit the ball, to be honest.
Yeah, we see it.
I mean, I can't judge because I'm so stiff. I actually can't. I mean, I hit the ball, but it actually doesn't go far. The thing is, I can't actually lift like the club high because I just can't rotate. I don't know why it is, but at least I hit the ball. That's a positive.
So you'd be good at putting, is what you're saying?
Yeah, actually, yeah, see the positive. Yeah, I'd have to play with someone, so I'd only be good for like the finer stuff, you know. Because I'm elegant.
Yeah. And was your pancake elegant or no?
No.
Not on that front.
No, I would be alright at decorating them, but flipping is not my thing. Whenever I do have pancakes, which doesn't really happen a lot because I don't really think like this is a thing here. But I have Esme over. She comes over to my house and she makes the pancakes because she loves flipping them. So if I do fancy pancakes, Esme's invited. Must be a Dutch thing, I know.
That could be. I guess I never thought of that.
Yeah.
But you're from Germany originally, and I used to live with 8 Germans, and they always made like pancakes with like apple inside of it, like full on apple slices, and it was so good.
Do you know what they were called, or what they called them?
I don't remember. It maybe it wasn't even a pancake, and I just thought it was, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was delicious.
Maybe I can see that. Yeah, that's not like a weird combination. I can actually see that. Yeah.
No, it was really good. But yeah,
I mean, I didn't grow up making them, but maybe that's because my mum and dad weren't German. I don't know. Oh, I'm German. Don't know if they weren't, but yeah.
That's cool though.
The pancake thing, or my parents not being German.
No, the pancake thing. I'm talking about your guys' like team building.
Yeah, I think it just. I mean, there was a lot of laughter in them social hours, so. Yeah, it's a really good thing. I think that really implemented, and yeah, I think we're gonna continue that.
I didn't realize what I said until I said it. So
you're fine. I'm joking.
It's all good.
What's that? Strike 5 or 6?
I'll need 2 hands in a sec.
We need to get a whiteboard and start marking them so we can keep track of them.
We're only 30 minutes in. You've already got 5, and I've taken one away.
Oh, no.
So obviously, growing up in Germany, so what was it like when you transitioned into English football? Was it different to what you've been used to, or the kind of methods the same?
I think it's quite well known that growing up in Germany, the football was very disciplined, very. I wouldn't say strict, but very structured, tactically on top of the game. And when I moved to England, I was looking for a new challenge because I'd been in Germany for so long, and I was used to not the German way of playing, but kind of the setups there. And I was looking for a new league, a new challenge abroad, and that's when the English league was growing. I think one of the biggest differences is it's more physical and quicker over here. I would say that. I think based on the lack of investment, the English league has taken over the German league. That might again be a bold statement, but that's just how I feel. I think because every team is professional over here in the WSL, and that's not the case over in Germany, I think the level overall is higher. If you think about when I was doing Germany, I was juggling my degree, a job, and football. So now I can fully focus on football. So I can take that next step and go to the next level based on that because I can fully focus on football. But I think the biggest difference is the pace of the game and the physicality, which is obviously good for me because I'm a physical player.
I think that's great. And what's it like? What's the kind of difference between club football and obviously playing for Scotland? Because it must bring a different element to it because of that pride thing that you're playing for your country. So kind of, is it different the training wise or the mindset wise of playing for your national team than it is for your kind of normal team?
I think pride wise nothing changes, because whether I wear the Leicester badge or the Scotland badge, like I'll do everything for that shirt, for that badge. I think in terms of training, it's different because at club you spend every day with one another. You have more time to prepare for games. You have more time with your teammates. Whereas then obviously going away on international duty with Scotland, we meet up for say 10 days, and within them 10 days we have 3 games. So we have almost no time to prepare for the games. But the intensity in training is so high and so competitive in both. It's very difficult to compare because you're with a group for every day, and then with a group for only 10 days, but so intense because you do everything together, you train, you eat, you sleep together, you know, like, and it's just, that sounded really wrong, didn't it? But, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You literally spent every minute of the day together. So it's very difficult to compare. But I think the biggest thing for me is pride doesn't change. I'll give everything for either badge, be it the Leicester badge or be it Scotland. Don't know if you compare training. I think because we all come from different clubs and then have to quickly switch to a different maybe style of play because every club plays differently. You just have to be on top of a game immediately at Scotland. Because we're a team, we're together, but you're still fighting for a spot in the team.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very long answer for your question. I'm sorry.
It's good. The longer the answer, the better it is. Perfect. But we saw with Scotland, you've got Pedro in charge now. Do you find that the style of play has kind of shifted a little under him, and how is it compared to like previous managers?
Yeah, obviously Pedro's from Spain, and he is implementing the Spanish way of playing. It's a lot of keeping the ball, and it's very quick football, very much checking your shoulder constantly. That's just things he emphasizes. I think it took us some time to get used to it and to adjust, but I think we've already seen, as a squad, we've already seen a massive development from Camp 1 to this recent Pinata camp in Spain. How does it compare? I think it's because usually the Scotland managers are Scottish. They go through the Scottish FA. So typically they have a similar coaching education. And I think Pedro and his staff, who are also Spanish or I think 2 of them are from France, they bring kind of just a new styling and new methods. That is a challenge, but again, an opportunity to grow for us as a team. So yeah, I think so far the transition has been positive, and seeing how far we've come already is similar to Leicester. It's very, very exciting.
Absolutely. And we're seeing you guys have so many, it feels like this year has so many international breaks with all of the qualifiers going on, but you've got more World Cup qualifiers coming up. What would it mean for you to qualify for another World Cup and go compete in Australia and New Zealand?
Everything, I think. That's what you dream of. That's what you work for every day. I think we can qualify. We've got the quality too. We just need to perform on the day. I remember 2019, it was in France, and it meant everything to play that opening game against England. That was the first Women's World Cup we qualified for. And I had my family in the stands, which meant even more because obviously, you know, they live in Germany. My dad lives in Spain. They don't come to every game. They can't. They still watch every game or follow every game if they can. But to have them in the stands was massive. And to be able to potentially do that again, I think that would mean everything. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I remember watching the 2019 World Cup, and you were there, and then you signed with Leicester. I was like, yeah, perfect. Yeah, So you guys have the ability, you have the talent, you have the push. I don't see why you wouldn't qualify. I 100% believe you. Like you said before, you see you qualifying. I'm fully with you on that.
Oh, I love that.
I'm not getting a Scotland shirt though, because if Canada's there, I can't be doing that.
Well, but if I send you a Scotland Howard shirt, that's different now.
That's very different. That's true.
That's different, right? Yeah, that's sorted.
I'll
Because then
have
you
to
can
have one as
support
well.
Canada, but you can support me, you know.
That's
I'll
true.
have to have one as well because obviously I'll have an England kit.
In England, you're not getting that from me.
No, I was going to say that I'll have an England kit, so can I have a Scotland one as well?
Howard one. You can't get a Scotland normal one.
No.
That's why we discussed it.
Howard
Howard one.
No, I'm absolutely behind you. When Scotland's not playing Canada, I'm behind you. But if you score against Canada, I'll be happy that it was you. But if it's not you, I won't be happy.
If we ever play against Canada, and if I scored against Canada, I'm gonna think of the peppermint tea and the milk.
You'd have to do like the tea celebration that Alex Morgan did. You'll have to do that.
If that ever happened, I'm gonna think of a celebration where you know exactly what I mean. That's like a pickle and peanut butter.
It's gonna be like a year later, and you're gonna somehow remember it.
I think
like this, like you're putting the peanut butter on the pickle.
Oh, that's good.
Talking of goals, obviously you've scored a few, and I was just thinking about this earlier. The next Leicester goal you score, we have to do a celebration. So I think you putting a pickle into a peanut butter jar and eating it will be the celebration.
Yeah, like, how am I going to get a pickle in a peanut? Okay, yeah. Next time I score.
That was a popular celebration at one point. Like doing this was like a huge one, but now if you're doing like this, it's like.
What did that mean?
I don't know.
I swear it was a player for Bayern that did it.
Oh, did they not like stir something?
It was something like that, like stirring something. Yeah. Your version of stirring the pickle and the peanut butter
on it.
That's perfect.
Imagine I do that and people are gonna be like, "What is she doing?"
We'll get the context on Twitter so that'll make more sense.
Yeah. Okay. True. Yeah.
Now we're manifesting because Saturday you've got Manchester United. How are you feeling going into that game?
I'm always excited going into games. United is one of the top teams. Not that makes me more or less excited. I'm excited for every game, and I truly believe we can get points out of this game if we put the performance in. We've put in the hard work this week in training, no doubt. If you put in the performance, if we play to the ability that we can, I think we've got a good shot at coming out of there with 3 points.
Absolutely. And I was talking to the United fans had me on their show the other day, and they were trying to get me going. So I know you guys are gonna pull one out. So let's see.
Just for you, Hannah. Just for you.
That's not for me. It's for you guys.
Well, we do it for ourselves as a team, but we do it for our fans as well, don't we?
Exactly. All the fans, not just me.
I think the last United game I went to was the cup game. Obviously, we won on penalties, but then you were fearless, and I can see the same on Saturday. Nothing to fear with United. Just go out there and play your game, and I think if we play the game on the day, we'll win.
Yeah, I think you said it there, fearless. That's what defines us, and that's how we go into every game. Very grounded, humble, hardworking, but definitely fearless.
Absolutely. It's in the whole mantra. It's written in the grounds, fearless. So when we see it.
What was the quote you wanted me to? What did I say there?
Oh, what was it?
I'm gonna print this off. I can't even.
We said it was super inspirational, but then we all forgot what it was.
Yeah, so it can't have been that inspirational.
What was it?
We'll find it later.
Yeah, we'll find it.
James, that's your task.
No
James
doubt.
knows how to run the tech. I do not.
So this part of the interview, we always talk about the fun stuff, which we seem to have done a lot of already.
It's just flowing.
I know. This bit usually gets controversial. No doubt Hannah will get a few more strikes against her for some reason. So the first question is, you're on a desert island. Which teammate do you want with you?
Easy answer. Ash Plumter.
Everyone we have on says Ash. Every single person.
Oh, she's just so switched on, and she always sees the positive in everything. She'd definitely get me off that island. Who did Ash say? Because that'd be interesting.
I don't know if we asked Ash, did we?
No,
Because if everyone says Ash has to pick who she goes with.
She just said she wants to go by herself.
Yeah, probably. Ash would take her little sister, no doubt.
Right.
Ash would take Bailey.
When we were talking to Ash, she got us all confused with this. What would you rather have? No sadness in your life or something else?
Oh, why does that not surprise me at all?
So she asked us this, and this question,
or something like that. Yeah.
This question went on for about 25 minutes.
Wait, did she ask you the question?
Yeah.
I've been asked that question by Ash as well.
She's just going on a tour with it.
Was it something like, would you rather never feel emotion again, or no, never feel sadness again, or I don't know. That's like the question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she answer that question herself as well?
Yeah. So we're having a fun interview. Then she went all deep with that question. We were like,
no, we don't like the word deep. Ash and I always say meaningful.
meaningful.
So possible.
Because we then go to a good like coffee shop, 96 or something, and then we have meaningful conversations.
Those are the deep.
Has she told you the whole house? No, yeah, house home one.
No.
Next time you get on the show, make sure she explains the whole house home situation. Good one. I bet you can't wait to get on the show now.
Yeah.
What's that?
It sounds like it's going to be like pretty meaningful.
Very, very good. It's helped me in life. The whole house home situation. Ask Ash.
That's like those questions, like the super, like the ones that really make you think. Like if there's a boat and it goes to like a different port and the floorboards change and the crew is different, but it comes back, is it still the same boat?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. Those ones I'm like, can't do it.
Yeah. Next time you speak to Ash, ask her about the house home.
I will do. Guilty pleasures. What's your Netflix guilty pleasure?
Oh, well, at the moment I'm watching The Bold Type. Kind of an easy watch. Good one though. What I recently finished was there's a good story, but what I recently finished was Stay Close. My mum was open, we watched it, and that was really good. But not Netflix, on Channel 5. Lydia told me to watch The Teacher, yeah? She told me to watch this teacher show, so I started watching Teacher, and I was like, I'm not really feeling it. And then she was like, no, you need to stick to it. It's a good ending. So yesterday, I finally watched the last episode after probably like a couple of weeks, which says it all because it took me 4 weeks to finish 4 episodes. Anyways, yesterday I watched the last episode, and all I had to say was shocking ending. I watched 4 episodes and wasted 4 episodes because it was the worst ending I could have thought of. But yeah, so if Lydia ever gives you a recommendation of watching something, just don't.
When we had Lydia on, she was too busy talking about her Starbucks mugs.
Yeah, she has got like a mad collection or something, right?
Yeah. There's about 100 of them.
Really? Have you seen them?
Yeah, she's showing us. She's got a wall which is just full of mugs. One
in
wall.
A house?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask her tomorrow.
She even asked.
Did you have a Leicester one yet, though? Say that again.
She even asked us if we wanted to see them. We didn't even like ask about the collection.
She must be proud of this collection.
That's awesome, though.
Did she say whether she had Leicester one?
No, she was trying to get one but couldn't get one. She's got one for like every other city that she's been to, but not Leicester.
That's quite poor then, isn't it?
She'll get one eventually.
Yeah, I'll find one for her.
She's very like strict about it. Cause I was like, she said that she'd been to Canada and she'd been to, I think it was like Ottawa or Toronto. And I was like, do you have a mug from there? And she said, no. I said, oh, well, I can send you one since you've been to the city. She's like, no, I have to get it myself when I go to the city.
Then I can't get one for Leicester.
I know, she's so like peculiar about it. So
that doesn't surprise me.
She's got rules.
Oh gosh.
So we have a playlist going. Every guest we've had has nominated a song.
Oh no, I'm awful at songs.
Graphic?
No.
Okay. So what did Ash suggested? A Beyonce song? I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
But I'm blanking on most of them. We've got like Drake on there. What did Emil put? He had like an older one. I think it was Burgundy is what he chose. Yeah. So I'll give you some ideas there. I don't remember what Kirsty said though, and she was the most recent one.
What is this playlist for though? Because that would change my song choice. Is it just like what I would listen to right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just every single guest has nominated a song, and we're just creating a playlist on Spotify and Apple Music and such, and then we're going to release it.
I always get a lot of stick for my music though, because they say like it's so depressing, but it's just chilled music. But I get a lot of stick for my music. When I give people rides in my car, they connect their phones because I can't stand my music. But I'm going to give you Ed Sheeran, Lego House.
Good choice.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Oh, you're nodding.
It's perfect. But when you said like sad, I was expecting you to like throw like a Sarah McLachlan song out there or something.
No, like because I often listen to like acoustic covers of like any song, but unfortunately I get a lot of stick for that. But I'm not sitting in my house like jamming out music, am I? Like when I'm sitting in my house, I listen to chilled music.
Mm-hmm. And Ed is perfect for that acoustic stuff. So
yeah.
Are you a big Ed Sheeran fan?
I wouldn't say like I'm a mad fan or anything. I just really like his music. Yeah, just recently bought a ticket to go and see him in June. I'm gonna take my sister. We're gonna go to Hampden Park in Glasgow.
That'll be good.
Yeah, there was actually a funny story as well because I texted her one day and I said, "What are you doing?" And I think it was June 17th. I'm not entirely sure, but she goes, "No," because I said that and she didn't respond. And I said, "Can you take the day off?" And then she goes, "Well, only if you take the day off on September 23rd." So while I'd bought tickets for Glasgow, she's bought tickets for Frankfurt. So we ended up with having like double tickets. So both of us had the same idea and bought tickets. But now my brothers can go. So my brothers are going to Frankfurt and she's coming to Glasgow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Just one of them twin moments. Oh, well.
Oh, right. You have a twin.
Yeah. She's my twin, yeah.
So you
otherwise that would have never happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you have like those twin moments. That's interesting.
I mean that probably was one of them, but it's not like I feel her pain in like her physical pain, but like I know when she's not doing well. But that's just because we've got a great connection.
Yeah,
Is that a twin moment? I don't know, but like I can tell when my sister's not doing well. But I think like any sibling can if they have a great relationship and connection to their siblings.
Yeah.
Are you alike?
Look-wise or character-wise?
Character-wise.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Look-wise, not so much. She's got dark hair. And we actually don't really look alike at all. People don't even think they're siblings, like sisters. It's a little bit weird, but character-wise, we are very alike, yeah.
So then there's two sets of twins at Leicester. Because Charlie has a twin as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, I think there used to be someone else as well. But definitely Charlie, yeah. I know that Charlie.
I feel like there was another, but I can't think either.
Was that maybe last year? Because I think we had 3 last year. I'm not sure. Definitely Charlie. Yeah, I'm not sure now. That's embarrassing.
Interesting. Yeah. You might hold a stat there for the WSL.
Yeah. We haven't scored most goals, but we've got most sets of twins.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think that covers the thief. We have to get to the thief.
The thief.
We mentioned the thief before we started the show to Sophie, and she had no idea what she was talking about. So that's raising our suspicions that Sophie might be the thief.
Okay, so we need to clarify this. You told me that Ash thinks there's a thief.
Yeah.
I don't understand who would wear Ash's socks because Ash is the only person in the whole training ground that has large or extra large socks. Not even Tony, our goalkeeping coach, wears extra large socks. So I don't know who's wearing her socks because you could clearly see if someone was wearing Ash's socks, they'd go up to their shins or their knees. So I don't know what Ash actually does with her socks.
Okay. Let me phrase the question in a different way.
Okay.
What colour socks?
You don't like my answer?
What colour socks are you wearing?
Say that again?
What colour socks are you wearing?
Right now?
Yeah.
Maroon.
Oh, I thought you were going to say white Adidas ones.
No, they're in my cupboard. I've got a
The
whole
thing is,
collection.
it's not just Ash though. Kirsty said it, Sam said it. So you're the first to not know about this thief. And that's why we're
Because they'd be scared to nick anything from me. They know. To be fair, I don't think this is a thief, but every time I go on camp and I come back, I always buy a big box of chewing gums. So every time I go on camp, this box is gone. I'm not saying it's gone, someone's nicked them, it's just empty. So I don't actually think we have a thief. I just think people nick stuff and just don't return it, which basically is a thief, but not in any way. Does that make sense? So what did Kirsty say? Her hat or something, right?
her hat and her like shampoos and deodorants and stuff.
Yeah, okay, we had this discussion earlier. Shampoos and deodorant. I mean, people use people's shampoos and deodorants. It just is empty. That's not a thief. It's just people being lazy and not wanting to go to their thingy and getting their shampoo.
I think, did Kirsty not nominate someone that was doing it? Kind of accuse someone?
Of nicking stuff. I want to know who that is.
Who was it?
It was Paige.
Paige.
Paige?
Yeah,
What's she going to do with Ash extra large socks?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna
Apparently
get
she's
Paige on now, so
we
she
always-
can defend herself.
Say that again.
We got to get Paige on now, just so she can defend herself.
Yeah.
Apparently she's got a locker full of white socks, chewing gum, and beanie
Chewing gum. We're going to add that now. No, there's not a lot of chewing gum. People just eat my chewing gum and then never buy new chewing gum. Because they know Daft Life will just go to the shop and get new chewing gum. What was I just going to say? Can't remember now. Doesn't matter.
We gotta crack it down though.
Oh, no, and this is it. Every Christmas we get a message from Ash saying, guys, this is my Christmas present. I was just given new socks. You better not steal them. This is what we get every year for birthday, Christmas. So this is how deep this whole sock situation goes.
It's causing some.
Yeah.
Like, Sam was like tense about it. Like she was like, it has to stop. She was like, I want you guys to ask every single person that comes on the show if they know anything about it, because I want to know who's doing this. She's like sent us a full-blown investigation.
So what did people nick from Sam? Nothing. Was she just saying like people nick stuff?
She was just a ringleader detective.
Great investigation, Sam. We haven't found the thief yet.
But it does. I don't think we're ever gonna find out who it is though, because everyone's gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Everyone's taking everyone's stuff. That's what you're saying. You're saying it's everyone.
Yeah, I'd stand with that statement. Everyone's a thief, actually.
Maybe we should buy Ash some new socks.
She's getting new socks from me. I've just decided. But there must be like a website where you can like, you know how the Adidas sign is like sewn into it? Or,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's printed or whatever. Surely you can like print her name on them as well.
Oh yeah, so
Or-
you can even get her face on it.
She's getting my face on her socks. Every time
Why
she
don't
puts on them socks, then she knows. So she put me them socks.
Why don't we put on her socks? I love pickle and peanut butter.
Yeah, but she won't get it. She won't get it, will she?
We have to get those on your socks.
Yeah.
But like put a pickle of like a picture of a pickle on one shin pad and then peanut butter on another.
That's a good one.
That'd be
That's a
sick.
good one.
Then your like initials with your number too.
Yeah. At the moment, I've got shin pads with Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. But that's just because it goes way back to like my sister and I. She gave them to me when I left home, which was years and years ago. But I've still got them. But maybe it's time for new ones. Maybe it's time for peanut butter and pickle. And then when we play in like white socks, you can see it through the socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, imagine.
Maybe it's time for new sunnies.
Should do that, yeah. Or just get like a pickle sewn into one of your boots.
I'll tell Harry, Kit Guy, he'll get some pickles sewn into the boots. Bless him, he struggles anyways with like getting the right boots for everyone in terms of like whose boots are whose, but they need to know it, they're mine.
Yeah.
She's a great shout.
Can't get it mixed up.
Yeah. Bless him.
Well,
You know, when you always just say bless him, it's like oh, poor them, and then you just say bless them, and everyone feels good about them then.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that? Oh, bless them. Oh, well.
I think we've covered everything possible.
Yeah.
We've taken.
I mean, we didn't really chat a lot about football. We chatted about pickles and stuff, but that's interesting as well.
I mean, we covered the ground stuff. Is there anything that like you want to bring up regarding football or anything that we didn't cover?
No, no, that's not what I meant. It was more. I mean, I guess people want to know as people as well, don't they?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the big goals we have with the show is that we don't necessarily get to see, you know, like the human side of you guys, which is kind of a bummer. So we want to learn more about you guys, and I've learned that you've given me 6 breaks, and so
I've learned a lot about you, Hannah. I'm not gonna lie to you.
A little too much, I think. I don't know why I'm okay with exposing myself like that on the show. Like, I don't know why I said it like people are going to have my back. I already know people are going to come after me. Like, Hannah, what's wrong with you?
It doesn't matter, though, because you just do you. That's what I always think.
Exactly.
You don't have to please other people. You
No.
do you. You drink your peppermint tea with milk. You eat your pickle and peanut butter. I mean, I hope you don't feel sick after, but you do you. I don't know what the other 4 strikes were, but...
The funny thing about this show was we found people that don't like coffee weird, and you kind of went, well, I don't like coffee. If you think that's weird, listen to this.
We went from bad to even worse.
I didn't want to like sit in the closet about my coffee preference. Like, it's like, this is my time.
I mean, I kind of said like something's wrong with people that don't like coffee, and you go like, I don't like coffee. So you threw me under the bus.
You guys are just going all out, and you're just like, I hate them. They're horrible people. So I was like, maybe we're not so bad. No.
Yeah, I think it started because I said Kirsty doesn't like coffee.
Yeah, see, there we go.
And there's definitely something wrong with Kirsty, so that's my theory. Like, yeah. I'm actually going to see her later, so I'll tell her.
I think
her dog.
Last time we spoke to Kirsty, she was going to yours for chicken burgers.
Yeah. Yeah, she was dead late as well. She's coming over today for a cup of tea, an English breakfast tea. She's coming over for a cup of tea and a chinwag. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that because I said I'll make dinner come over after the show. She was okay. Yeah.
She was well excited.
For the chicken, they were good as well.
You can't go wrong with a chicken burger.
Say that again.
You can't go wrong with a chicken burger.
No, very true. Very true.
They're the best.
I think we had a conversation about a chicken Big Mac then, and she was getting quite excited for them.
Yeah. I thought you'd saying something like we should go to McDonald's or something, but no, she was getting excited about the chicken burgers, yeah. I think she liked them. She said she did, but I think every guest would say, I liked your food. Probably go home and eat something else.
Well, no,
she probably went home and had a pickle and a peanut butter.
Yeah.
You got to make a cup of peppermint tea and milk for both of you then if she's coming over for tea.
Gosh. No, because then if she feels sick, like, it's my fault. So I'll just drink the peppermint tea and the milk, and she'll get a normal tea. I don't even know if she likes tea, to be honest. I don't think she likes hot drinks. So she always says, I'll come over for a cup of tea, but I don't think she actually ever drinks tea. That baffles me when people say, I come over for a cup of tea, and then, oh no, I don't like hot drinks. What are you coming over for? The biscuits?
That's weird.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Something's wrong with Kirsty in the most positive way, but Kirsty's weird. But she wouldn't be a goalkeeper if she wasn't weird.
Throw all the goalkeepers under the bus.
Say that again.
Throw all the goalkeepers under the bus.
I think they'd say that about themselves though. Who like happily throws themselves into like balls? Throws themselves like onto the ground.
That's true. Yeah. Well, when she told us, she said like she hated running and chasing the ball, so that's why she was in the net.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Oh, she's funny.
So it works out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's doing really well, isn't she? I mean, obviously she's injured now. She's just coming back, but it all worked out for Kirst. Yeah. Hopefully she can make her international dream come true. Mm-hmm. I read that article, yeah.
Oh, you read that article?
I did. I sure did. Well, you're talking about her injury, her comeback, her obviously international dream. She said her grandma would be very proud. I read it all.
Wow, well, thank you. Yeah, she said that was from when she came on the show. So I just turned it into
Oh,
an article. Yeah. Yeah, because I know some people don't like watching the show, so I was like, this will be perfect for the show to like share that out there, and then as well for
what are you gonna write about this? The pickle and the peanut butter. No one's gonna read that. But when you write the article, you can bring up the inspirational quote.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
Absolutely, yeah. But thank you for that support. I really appreciate that. I didn't realize.
Yeah. I think we all read it. I always read what like everyone writes about my teammates. I find that interesting because some things they don't talk about to us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew about obviously Kirsty's international dream, and I knew about that. I spent time with Kirsty, and we chat about a lot of things, and so there was nothing like new in there. But it was interesting just to be kind of she words it differently to different people, and I think everyone does. So it was nice to kind of read that side,
And we mentioned on the show when we asked her about it that you kind of had a bit of an involvement because she wasn't able to post any pictures or anything. And I said, well, I remember seeing on Sophie's story a picture of like 3 people and then Kirsty's like standing on the side kind of.
No, we didn't think. And because I think the clearance hadn't gone through yet, I'm not entirely sure what the reason was, but we went out for a walk. It was, I think, actually 2 United girls, or at least Kirsty Hansen and Kirsten and myself, and I took a picture. Or someone took a picture, and then there was a massive thing that we couldn't tag Kirsty. Remember that, and that must have been really hard for Kirsty because she loves the social media stuff. She loves to post a picture, didn't she? So that must have been really hard for her.
It was one of those moments where like we're just kind of flipping through Instagram stories, and I see that, and it's like hang on, you kind of like zoom, and you're like, what's that?
Yeah, I remember that actually. Say that again.
It was like, am I supposed to be seeing this? I don't know.
I'm not sure. Did I not have to take it down quite quickly, or Kirsty had to take hers down or something? We put something up and then we told off for putting it up. We didn't think, and then one of us had to take it down. But oh well.
Yeah. It's over now. Yeah. Perfect. Well, James, is there anything you want to throw in?
No, I've really enjoyed this. I think we should do this again because it was great.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just have a whole show about it. Yeah, exactly. Just get everything and anything on the show.
How many strikes can Hannah get in an hour and 7 minutes?
Just asking each other like opinions about things.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Hopefully good series, actually.
Don't forget, you do you and you be you. That's my motivational
t-shirt with that printed.
Say that again.
I'll get a t-shirt with that printed. It'll just have like your face on it with like a speed bubble.
I'm just gonna have socks with my face. You can have a t-shirt with my face. James, what are you getting?
I'll just start
I'd have to think
He's
of
just
something.
shaking his head.
That's perfect. We have to get like Beyond the 90 merch going with like just quotes from every player, something that they've said.
Yeah. That would be good. This can go places. Making a business out of it.
Exactly. Might have to get on it.
Yeah.
Well,
thank
you so much for all the time you've given us. I mean,
you're welcome.
It's been really great talking to you. So
cool. No, I really enjoyed it. Anytime.
It was really fun. I really enjoyed this one, and I know James did too. Like, it was genuinely really fun. So thank you so much for coming on. And then this is where I do all the plugs. So join the Leicester City Women's Supporters Club. I mess it up every single time. They are making noise. It's awesome to hear. I hear it on the streams. James is a part of it. Sophie hears it on the pitch. So join them. They have a section at the King Power. Her game too are a great campaign. Check out all of their stuff on their social medias. Memphis is an awesome charity. They have some stuff going on with us later on in the year that we're really excited about. It's coming up quick. I just realized we're in March. So keep an eye out for all of that. And thank you so much again to everyone who's watching. And thank you, Sophie, for joining us. And have a great rest of your week. And best of luck on Saturday.
Just want to say about the Memphis stuff, and I'll probably get shot for saying this, but Sophie's going to be there.
Yeah. Not official. I don't know. Well, now people know. I'm going to ask you all sorts of questions. I'm always there for that.
Yeah, Ash will probably moan at me, but we said it now.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
Perfect. Well,
Thanks for
thank
having
you.
you on, Sophie. It's been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're welcome. Don't worry at all. Enjoyed it.